Hi guys and gals, Froggy here. This is my 2013 Z06, and I've got some new rims that are wider, and they're 18s all around instead of 18, 19, which is what this car came with originally. So those are 13-inch in the back. I'm not going to do the fronts right now, but what I wanted to show you today is how to check to see if brand new rims are round. And you might be laughing, what do you mean? Of course they're round. Well, yes and no. The front rims, I actually had a problem with UPS dropping one of the rims in the box from a conveyor, from a truck, or from who God knows what, how they dropped it, but they bent it. So I had to send that one back, and I'm getting another rim, and UPS paid the claim. But these are the rears, and they came with the same shipment, but the boxes looked okay, so I think the rear's okay. But Froggy being Froggy, I'm going to check them anyway. I don't have a run-out gauge, which is what you truly should use to check tires, wheels, excuse me. You should put them on a balancing machine with a run-out gauge and check it. I went to get the fronts mounted at Costco, and I do a lot of business with them. Everybody, Costco is great and all that. Well, their tire department is really not that sharp. At least the one in my local area. They couldn't do a run-out test on the rims. They mounted the tires on the front rims, and then when I went to put them in my truck, the guy says, "Oh, by the way, one of them looked wobbly." And I'm like, "Dude, why did you put a tire on there?" And he was like, So I made him take the tire off and sent it for a claim and so on and so forth. So now I know they don't know what they're doing as far as checking a tire to be, checking a rim. Excuse me, I keep saying tire, I mean rim. So I'm going to show you how to do it in your garage. And this is not going to be measured to thousandths or anything, but it's going to be good enough so that you'll know if a rim is round or not. Okay, so let's jack the car up. Okay, so we got our OEM wheels off, and we unboxed the new ones. These are Forged Star. Let me give you a little close-up of the technical information, if I can focus. Some of you guys might be interested in this. I'm not going to read through everything that it says. I'm not even sure I know what all of it says. There's the size, 18 by 13, J, whatever J is. If you know what J is, put it in the comments. There's some more. These are actually tested rims. A lot of your aftermarket rims in the United States, you may be surprised to find out they're not made to any safety standard. The original equipment ones are, but the aftermarket ones are like, whatever. There you go. And back to the beginning. Now this, let's see. Oh, nice looking rim. I like silver rims. The original ones are black, but whatever. I like black too. It's kind of grown on me. You see that little marking there? It looks like a J in the beginning, an L at the end, and something in the middle. That's actually a rating or a specification or an indication Oh, and it says 1,700 pounds now that I look at it closely. This tire is at some certain standard. So just be careful of other wheels that you buy. There, I said tire instead of wheels again. Sorry. Be careful of any other wheel that you buy. If it doesn't have some kind of a standard like that, there's a German standard, a Japanese standard, and one other one, I think. If it doesn't have those, know what you're buying. The other thing is they can be a lot heavier than original equipment rims. These are not, but some of the aftermarket ones, they're just horribly heavy. Some people don't care, but if you're tracking, you do care. This is a lug nut driver that came with it because these lug nuts are a little bit different. Let me show you. So this is original equipment. That's a 19 millimeter socket. These are some titanium nuts that I have, and they take a 17 millimeter 12 point. And this is the new one, and it's not a 12 point at all. It's this special tool. So I'm going to wrap this red tape on there for two reasons. One, so I don't lose this. The other one, so when it spins around, it will protect the rim, because there's like a barrel that this goes inside, a deep barrel to get it on. So there's a little bit of information. Okay, there. I like that. All right, let's put both of those rims on. Yeah, there's one more little bit of information on these rims. I have another video where I weighed them, so go check that out if you want to know what the weight is. But that's the offset from center line and backspace. So either way you want to, whatever you go by in your world, those are both the measurements. All right, I do want to show you this on the rear upper control arm. It's within a couple of millimeters of touching right there. Now this is full droop. If you guys and girls know what full droop is, the suspension is drooping down because I jacked it up under the differential. That's not how your car runs down the road, obviously, but I did want to just point that out to you. The other three control arm clearances are fine. Okay? The brake, holy cow, plenty of clearance on the brake. So now I'm going to let it down on jack stands to get rid of the droop, and then I'm going to start it up and spin them and take my measurements. Alright, so now, is that flash on? Yeah, I think it is. Now I can almost get a finger all the way through. I can definitely get a finger up here and down where it gets right there on the other side of where my finger is. I can still get the tip of my finger in, so figure half a centimeter, maybe 6 millimeters or so. So that's decent. I think I'm okay with that. We're going to start the car up, put it in gear, take the traction control off, because, you know, spinning free like that, God only knows what the traction control will think, but this car you can take it right off. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do. Just to be safe, I'm spinning them by hand, and the only thing you can hear is the brake pads skimming just a little bit. So let's try this. Neutral, clutch in. I'm going to leave the parking brake off because we have to have it off to do this. Alright, put it in second gear. I'm going to easy let the clutch out. Idling. Some kind of message. Okay, clutch is out. Should be spinning. Alright. Now here's what... Now this is... Guys and gals, this is very dangerous right now. It's very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. So if you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. Okay? So all I'm going to do, I got any kind of piece of plastic. It's not going to mark up the rim. I guess you could use wood if you wanted to. I'm just going to hold this up against the rim. One side there, the other side there, there, like 4 places on each side, and see if it, if it bumps like this, or if it just goes nice and slow and easy, then I know I'm good. I'm gonna need 2 hands to start out with, and then maybe well, I guess I could show you. Remember, very dangerous here. I'm gonna hold the camera up against, holding it up against the fender. I've got, and this is obviously not an accurate measurement, like to thousandths or anything, but I just want to see, that's very smooth. I got nothing there. Nothing at all. That is round. That is 100% round, baby. Let's do this way. Yeah, I'm not feeling anything. Whoops, sorry, I was out of frame. Not feeling anything going like that. Now I'm going to do the inside. I got to get down a little bit, so I am going to go off camera here. Okay, we're going to call this a toothbrush test. Okay, Froggy's toothbrush test to see if rims are round. Alright, so that was 100%, 4 points of contact. Let's do the other side. And like I said, cut me a little slack because I've got one hand on the camera. I'm going to lean up against the fender with my camera hand and just come in very carefully. Whoops, see, my finger just touched those spokes on the rim. Like I said, this is dangerous. I feel one little tiny... So I'm going to shut it off and see if I can find an imperfection in the paint. It could be even the thickness of the paint. Let's go this way. That's smooth. So I got one little tick on there. I'm going to go underneath. I'm going off camera. So what I actually did is use my finger. So I'm getting more comfortable with this whole thing, although I'm being very safety conscious, and I use my finger, and I can feel a little, and I think it's probably in the paint. I'm crossing my fingers that it's in the paint on the inside there. Almost nothing on the outside there. I'm going to call that good. So let's just see if we can find what it was on the inside. I'm going to shut the car down. Alright, so there it is right there. I just spun it around. You can see that's just paint. That's just a little bit of who knows what Chinese dust, or that got stuck onto the rim and then the paint was shot over it. I can probably take my fingernail, or take not even a file, maybe just take a really soft stone, like a soft stone you might use to sharpen a knife or something, and just smooth that down a little bit. Or I might just leave it alone, because if I do that, then I'm going to open up a place where a little oxidation could start. So we're good on these rear rims. I'm going to get the tires mounted on them, and that's about it. if this helps you out, guys and gals, give me a thumbs up or like. If you want more from Froggy, subscribe to my channel. If you want notifications, click on the little bell next to subscribe. Okay, see you later. Be safe. Froggy out. Bye-bye.